Hey, we off the bench global. I'm Curtis Taylor.
I'm Gabe.
Gabe, I appreciate you being here. And listen, we want to thank our hosts that's not here today, but they stay active in the community, LC Seegers. Thank you for everything that you're doing. Also, we thank Coach Tyrell Anderson. We thank David Ballard. These guys are always consistently in the community. You know, we've been waiting for a while to have this conversation, Gabe.
Man, look, we've been talking about it. It's been in the works.
Yes.
Has it been a year yet? Has it been a year already?
Hey, time fly.
Yeah.
Time fly.
Yeah.
But the authentic part about it is that we know that we're interviewing each other. This is not just my interview to you,
Right.
but Defiant, you've been in this in the works for a long time before even I started this podcast. And this podcast, you know, with Off the Bench Global, it's a mental health platform for families, kids. You know, we want to make sure that we're giving them that why, understand their why, you know, so they can keep going.
Yeah, no, I definitely can see the significance of, you know, any mental health platform at this point because, you know, during this whole process, man, it's really been, you know, a mental exercise for real. Like,
Speaking 2020?
yeah, I mean 2020. Just the whole process of like, you know, starting a business.
Yeah.
You know, going chasing your dreams. Like, you're gonna have to have a strong mind.
Yeah,
You know, you're gonna have to definitely check your mind state as you move along.
Yeah. And see, a lot of people don't know how long that you and I have been having conversation. You know, this is years that me and you been talking about. Even before the podcast, we talked about starting a podcast because a lot of the youth, you know, they're in the social media. I have no idea about social media, but I try with the social media platform.
Yeah.
But the kids are my passion.
Okay.
You know, I want to make sure, and you know that.
Yeah.
You know, this goes all the way back, and you've been rocking with me since, you know, you was in high school when
sure.
it came to the kids and making sure that we in the community, making sure that the kids are good.
Right.
You know, our struggle was real as kids.
Oh yeah.
You know, but I really want to take this conversation in a direction of your why. You
Okay.
know? I know that you've been doing a lot of stuff when it comes to music since even high school. This guy was using tape recorders, making it sound, you know, so official. You know, when you was having Black History programs, this dude was using tape recorders. You know,
See,
I said, this guy is crazy.
We didn't go that far back. we didn't go that far back. I didn't want to tell him my age, you know.
But yeah, man, you know, first I want to tell you, you know, I love you, man.
For sure.
You my brother,
Likewise.
man. And it's been a while. It's been a lot of trying times. You know, you've been following me, and I've been following you. You know, you was an impact for me, even not just, high school, you and I, we didn't rock with each other.
Yeah.
But when I got to college, you know, having Gabriel with me, if you wasn't with me, look, hold on. Before I go into that, let's go back. Let's go back to the high school point, and we're gonna talk about, you know, what was important to you at that time was, you know, the production, the music, or what have you. You know, I wasn't around you that way, but I knew that you was doing some dope stuff. So tell me, what was your drive? Because you stayed consistent. What helped you to be consistent even then, you know, as a child mind? That's a child's mind.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't, I didn't necessarily have an end game. It was just more so, I just wanted to kind of experiment. You know, it's like when you got stuff in your mind that you want to create and you don't necessarily have what most people would call the appropriate resources or the right tools. Yeah. You'll reach out for any tool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, you know, that's what when you talk about like tape recorders and all that kind of stuff, I use whatever I can in order to get what's in my head out.
Right.
And you know, onto any type of medium, be it tape, CD, computer drive, whatever. It's just a matter of kind of the ideas that's roaming around, bubbling up, got to come out. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, you know, you was into sports, and, you know, it's a physical expression. You know what I mean? It's like you might see something on TV, and then it's just in your head all day, like, I got to try that. I got to try that. You know what I mean? Until you get a ball and you get an opponent, and then here go your chance to try it, and then, you know, it's just there. For me, it wasn't like, for me, it wasn't necessarily a goal, like I said, to do anything specific. It was just ideas in my mind that kept coming, constantly coming. Yeah. And I had to figure out ways here and there as time go by, you know, how I would express it, how I would get it out, how I would make it happen. Yeah.
And that's the thing. What made it so strong and powerful, you know, when it came to you. And I appreciate your drive because it wasn't a nature of competition. Right. You know, it was just a nature of passion. You had a passion for it. You wasn't trying to be competitive. You were trying to do your own thing. Right. And it's the same with me with basketball. You know, when it came to me in basketball, I did not care about my opponent. You know, I was coming hard. I'm coming at you
until they talk down on you.
I'm coming at you. So I really appreciate you know what I'm saying, your passion as a youngster. You know, just having that passion, and not even the fact of, you know, listening to people tell you that you know, you can't do this or you can't do that for whatever reason. I'm gonna figure it out. Right. You know, and that was your passion. Okay. You know. And I appreciate that. And moving into even college, and that's when you and I, we started rocking, you know, because this guy, even in college, you know, kept a passion, and he was focused, and I appreciate his focus. You know, we had a brotherhood in college. Gabe would say all the time to me, you know, like, bro, you don't even hang around the basketball team, you know. You around me all the time, right? You know, and that was my thing. I don't put on for the city, right? You know, right. Yeah. So and that's what was so intriguing about you, that your focus was, you know, I'm gonna do this schoolwork. I need to do X, Y, and Z to get myself ahead.
Yeah, and that's most definitely true. You know, one thing I noticed that, like, naturally, you and I both, we kind of like introverts. And, you know, when it comes to like a college campus, or, I mean, even high school for real, when you think about any sort of grouping where there's a lot of people and you kind of got to be social and you got to be interactive, you know. Right. You know, what would you say has been, like, I don't know, for you, I don't want to say challenge, but, you know, the introverted aspect of you, like, what is it that you find to be challenging about it in a social environment, and what is it that you kind of look forward to, or you get excited about when you enter into like a new room, or you know, a new school, or you get around new people? Like.
Right. And see, and with me, it was hard, you know, and people don't believe this, you know, some people, but you understand. You know, when I was in school, I used to sit, you know, close to the locker room. Okay. You know, when it was time to play, you know, when we had to go in the locker room and get dressed, I didn't want to walk in front of people. Okay. I wanted to go close as possible to the locker room so I could just go in the locker room, get dressed, and then go out there, you know, to play the game. Okay. And I didn't really understand. I was a shy person, you know that, and I didn't understand, you know, anything but my passion. Okay. You know, so like with it's about balance, and you know that. You know, when it's about balance, you know, Superman, you know, is also Clark Kent. Right. You know? Right. You know, so you can't always perform. Okay. You know, you need that balance. Right. You know, if you didn't have that balance, you know, what are you gonna do?
I feel you.
You know? I feel you. So, you know, you get worn out. Yeah. You know, just trying to perform at all times. You know, you just really gotta take that cape off. You know, where's my phone booth? Right. You know? Yeah. So I just wanna be me, you know. And that's the relationship part of it. You know, in a relationship, you wanna just be able to sit down and relax and chill, and that's the focus of mental health right now.
Okay.
You know, with the 2020 it's been crazy, you know, and with 2020 being crazy, and I want to hear your opinion on 2020, because not only have it been taxing, you know, on me, but I know it's been on you when it comes to business, when it comes to relationship, when it comes to, you know, everything I'm speaking about, business and relationships, it's the same thing. You know, so I know that we talked, and shoot, let's start at the riots. You know? So how was it?
Man, I mean, just, you know what? Starting a business in 2020 has been like getting on a motorcycle and then the clouds start rolling. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
No part of me anticipated what I was about to see. No, I mean, I couldn't have. It wasn't possible. Like, nobody could foresee what this year was going to be like. Even, I'm pretty sure psychics were surprised. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Just so many things just happened. It was almost like every year that there's been something intense happening, this year has kind of compiled all of those years into one year. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's been like every season just a new, I don't want to say catastrophe, but it's almost to that, it's been to a catastrophic level. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So early on in the year, you know, they announced the coronavirus. And, you know, with our business, it's been it relies on interacting with other people.
That's right.
You know, as a group, we all come in and interact with one another, and then other people come in and we interact with them and the other people that they bring with them. So it's just, you know, interaction after another one. So to have us start the year off with that understanding of, okay, there's no more contact with people outside your circle.
Right. Yeah, what we do. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, with the riots, which was second, I mean, there's been other things happening too, like, but with the riots, like I said, I just remember that the day that, you know, Richmond kind of spilled over, I was just standing on the front, at the front door of Defiant, just looking down the street, and there was a bus on fire from the protesters, just like, I don't know what they was doing, bro. It was just a bus exploding like a couple blocks down the street. I'm just watching it, and I'm standing in front of the business that we just started, and it's just like my state of mind is just like, I don't know. It would be like standing in front of your house and your children are inside. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And seeing that type of energy outside is just like, how you gonna protect this? You know what I'm saying?
Right. And the stress part about it. You know, I know that even to the point where it got you sick.
Yeah. That happened January, I would say, like early on. It all came from a lack of sleep, non-stop back-to-back work, the stress that came from the work that I was doing, and the fact that I wasn't getting no sleep, and not to mention the things that I wanted to do and wanted to accomplish. And just the thought of the amount of how much more work it was going to take to make it all happen.
Right.
And I think it all just kind of weighed in on me. And, you know, my immune system took a hit. My mental health took a hit. My physical health obviously took a hit. Mm-hmm. And I just had to, like, sit there for some time and just kind of recoup for real, you know?
Yeah. And the thing is, you and I, we talk about this. Mm-hmm. We talk about, and we normally are transparent when it comes to that. It becomes like even for me with my business, mm-hmm. My doctor, you know, with my business got in an accident, and a car accident, and he got killed in the car accident. Yeah, so it was trying on me, to the point where, you know, I put up a block, you know, mentally, you know, to escape it, you know, and that was weighing on me, you know. A door do two things. A door opens and it closes, you know. Behind closed doors, it tore me up. When that door was open, I was putting on the front. You know?
Sheesh.
Yeah, so And when it comes to business, just in Black America, period, with everything that's happening, it's very important that we try to stay focused. We try to encourage each other, and if we don't do that, we're gonna lose.
Right. So with your perspective, mental health wise, when it comes to businesses and starting businesses and the struggles and the conflicts and the unexpected events that happen, while you're trying to create a business, like what is it you suggest, or what is it that you feel like we should focus on when dealing with these type of issues, when confronting these type of issues, when these things happen? Like, what is the number one focus? What's the top priority? What is? I don't necessarily want to say how do you resolve it or get through it, but
right.
Where should your attention go? Because that's one thing I noticed is that my attention kind of remain on still all the things that I have to do. You know what I'm saying? It's like no matter what it was.
Task.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is your suggestion? What is your take on like best practices or, most effective use of your attention and your time and your abilities when you have this obligation or sense of obligation to, your business and your dreams and, your team? Because it's not just you.
Right.
As far as, navigating through these storms and, navigating through these tricky moments, like what do you feel like is the best, use of your attention?
Yeah, I think that what helped me here was the fact that I personally went through therapy.
Okay.
I went through mental therapy. I went through financial therapy.
Okay.
To make sure that I understand, one, my finances, where they're going and where I'm trying to go with them.
Okay.
And also mentally, being honest with myself. It's not that I had to be honest with myself to know that I don't have all the answers. Mm-hmm. Iron sharpens iron, like I said before. Iron can't sharpen wood; it cuts. Mm-hmm. So we have to make sure that that we are honest with ourselves and have that person, to really talk to. I had a great friend, that talked to me and pulled things out of me to the point where it brought tears to my eyes. And I used to apologize for me tearing up. And she used to tell me, she said, how else will it come out? Just let it flow. So, and I really appreciate that because it gave me an opportunity to communicate in a way that I normally don't. I used to put the team on my shoulders and like, let's go.
Yeah.
But at this time, I was not able to do that. I was hurting.
Right.
I was hurting. The door was closed.
Right.
Hey guys, this is Off the Bench Global. We just finished the part 1 with Defiant. Make sure you guys stay tuned with part 2 with Off the Bench Global. Be blessed.